It's time to get raw. It is time to get down. It is time for the number one source of all things WWE right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. I am one half your host, Bonson Reed. And with me is my oracle, the one and the only MVP Marco. What's up, Marco?
Bonson Reed. Oh man, nothing much. Just trying to wind down from the weekend. The week and the weekend of wrestling that we had. We had a lot of stuff to watch. It spilled over into Monday for me anyway. I had to continue watching a lot of this stuff.
Right.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, mainly all in.
Right. Yeah.
As I call it, y'all in. As
y'all in.
Yeah.
What a show it was. I mean,
that spilled over into the weekend for me. I had to watch.
Yeah.
But,
same here. I did not watch Saturday night's main event.
I did. I watched that.
I watched it. I watched it. It was Sunday morning. It was main event for me.
Yeah, it was.
So I was like, I was like, I kind of like I had to tap, after All In. So
yeah, it was.
Plus, I had already started missing some of it. I was like, I'm just gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, which, by the way, kudos to Tony. WWE's playing checkers. He was playing chess this weekend.
Yeah, we talked about this before about how much you notice his growth as a promoter.
Yes.
Not just in the ring stuff, but just right now with we're going to talk about it, but the interviews that he's been doing and stuff like that. Very, very not flipping out, not going crazy about things anymore. Just being nonchalant and answering the questions the right way. And I'm really digging this new this frame of mind that Tony Khan has. So definitely kudos to him and the AEW folks for putting on a great show this weekend. They may have outdid WWE. That weekend definitely.
I would say they won the weekend without a doubt.
Yeah, Evolution obviously way better than Saturday night's main event. Let's not even if you have to rank them, All In, Evolution.
Yep.
Great American Bash, and then Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, Saturday night's main event was. And like I said, I watched it Sunday, but I knew most of it already, so I really kind of skipped through it. I just wanted to see what the Goldberg match. Pretty much, I kind of watched that in entirety. We'll talk about, of course, Seth Rollins LA Knight stuff. I was like,
hey, buddy,
that sucks. And then what was the other one I was missing? I can't remember. Anyways, we'll talk about it. We'll quickly glance over the Saturday night's main event because there's
we won't have to.
Yeah, I don't even know if we really need to talk about that much.
No, we'll talk. We could talk about the build. We can kind of combine, SmackDown. Actually, no, because SmackDown had some things happen on it too, so we can't really skip over that. But we can definitely combine. We don't really have to talk about Saturday night's main event. The only thing we can really talk about is the build to Jelly Roll and and his partner.
Brother Ew. What is that, Brother Ew?
That, and I had a pretty viral tweet go out. Was it Monday?
I think it was Monday. Yeah,
it was Monday. Yeah,
where somebody compared Seth Rollins' injury to Roman Reigns' cancer illness.
Yeah, it's still going. Actually, it's pretty. It's going crazy still. A lot of people hate Roman Reigns. I did not know that.
Actually, we'll talk about that.
He has a lot of hate out there.
I don't know why,
but again, we'll talk about it. But
actually, I have a little bit of somewhat of a hot take. It's not super hot. It's lukewarm. It's a lukewarm take. I think.
I've seen every in those comments. If you go, there's about, I don't know, maybe let me go back and check how many comments there are. There has to be hundreds of them by now, anyway. But if I have to go back, I think I've seen every argument for and against Roman Reigns throughout seeing this. It's split down the middle. There's no I kind of like if it's either you hate his guts, you hate his fan base, or you love him and you're a part of his fan base.
That's kind of wild to me. So
pretty yeah, he's in the clip I played, it was the clip of him, that promo he cut before WrestleMania 40, right? Yeah. So WrestleMania 40, he gets in the ring and just fucking completely ethers, buries fucking Seth Rollins. About, do you want Seth Rollins money? Or do you want tribal chief money? Like that whole thing. And then you can't walk around in your wife's clothes and call yourself the guy. That whole thing. That whole like that, he fucking killed. And he's
killed him.
He's like, and you call yourself a workhorse, but you broke your back 3 months in carrying that. And it, like everything he said back then is literally happening now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And
Also,
that's what
too.
That was my tweet. I said, I was like, Roman Reigns was right about Seth Rollins, but y'all wouldn't listen. And that just fucking, oh, dude, the hate that Roman Reigns has, and for me, because I'm supposedly a Roman Reigns fan, because I posted that. And people are like, how could you make fun of his injury? I'm like, I didn't. It's Roman Reigns did. Take it out with him. He's like, I didn't say anything. I just agreed with what he said. I didn't say any of the words in the video. It was him that said it, but yeah. But a lot of people came into LA Knight's defense saying like, yeah, he's the real workhorse of the WWE, which I didn't disagree with that either. If you wanted to have that conversation,
yeah,
LA Knight he could take that spot for Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
he could be the guy while Roman Reigns is gone. Put the money on him. But we'll talk about it. We got to talk about star power. We got to talk about aura. We got to talk about these things that a real superstar has, and it's insane the amount of like star power Roman Reigns has. Whether you hate him,
it really is. It is.
But like I said, we'll get to that because I thought it's a very interesting conversation to have, especially with his return and everything. And I think he got. I mean, we'll talk about it. They got called back early. Hey, buddy, guess what? The guy didn't cut it. We need you back earlier. We need you back earlier than hey Roman, yeah. Can you come back? Yeah, it's just like game out again. We gotta.
I don't think he did get caught. I mean, it could be possible.
No, I know.
But I think we'll see what.
Oh man,
we'll talk more about the Roman stuff. But of course, make sure you if you're listening, make sure you head over to patreon.com/the
Yeah, definitely.
Going up $2.99 a month. We had a lot of good discussion. We've been having a lot more. The Facebook group, man, has been really fun. We've really been kicking off lately.
Yeah, buddy.
Some really fun stuff. We had some great dialogue, discussion during All In, and
check out the shows too, man. Yours truly is on the debate.
Yep, and both of us will be featured on the debate a little bit more coming up.
Yeah, definitely. That's a little news breaking for you right there. Yeah, we'll be.
So we'll be a little bit more. I think we're gonna be on separately. I believe.
Yeah, separately. Right. Yeah, we're gonna do separately. So we'll be together here, but we'll be separate on the debate.
On the debate.
We don't want to turn the debates into Rawdown with both of us because people get bored of it. But yeah, right. I like that idea. I did love it.
Especially since you and I, we have such we're pretty all we agree with each other. For the most part, I would say 90% of the time, with each other's takes, so
we're not.
It would be a little bit boring if we were on the debate, probably.
Yeah. That is very true. Like the debate that that was just that just passed. That was a really good one. That was like an awesome mix. Of conversations there. And,
you had a good question too with the nanny stuff. So.
Yeah, that was like I said, that was for me. That was like a topic of discussion because she needs respect there. I think she's I
agree to everything everybody said. So
and
good stuff. So
yeah, definitely. Who else? I'm trying to think. Who was it? Ella J. Yes,
Ella
definitely
J,
nice meeting her. She was awesome.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Yeah, she definitely. I mean,
I haven't got a chance to meet her, but I've heard her on the debates. I've seen a lot of her work, and she does a great job. She's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, definitely going to see if I can get her on the on open mic to get an interview. Good. So that'll be that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I loved her take. She, it was good. Never met, like I said, we never met each other. I kind of like that dynamic that they did there. It was just like, mix up the people a little bit.
Right.
Don't have the same people on. Let's mix it up, see what everyone's ideas are flowing around. So yeah, definitely check that episode out. Check all the episodes out.
Yep. And you got wrestling tonight.
Yep.
Where Ace and Chad, they break down literally almost every promotion.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but
they're very good at that.
That's partially why we're kind of coming in on the debates, because Chad needs he needs some time.
Yeah.
He needs a little bit of not a break per se, but he needs a little bit of separation here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're trying to help out Chad a little bit. Chad's of course, he's our workhorse of the tavern. I mean, he's on 3 different shows every week.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
And then yeah, so we'll start being on there, and so like I said, wrestling tonight. Of course, you got the flagship, which will be on I think tomorrow around 4 or 5 o'clock on Patreon. You can watch that live on Patreon, and then it'll be available on audio.
Yep.
Also, the debate will be. Oh no, actually, they recorded the debate tonight. That's right. I didn't get a chance to watch it tonight, but so if you are watching now, you can watch it. Also watch the debate. But if you're listening, you can go in and watch the debate before it comes out on Monday. So check that out again. $2.99. And like I said, Mark, I meant to talk to you about some ideas that we have to have going on too. So remind me before we get off. I think a nice little idea we could do every once in a while. So, I think it's time we get into it, and let's of course, we will always like to start off. I'm of course coming down the aisle, but you also you got to start outside the ropes. So
of course,
let's do it.
Outside the ropes.
We've already alluded to a lot of some of the outside the rope news already, but we've got Tyson in the house. Hey, yo. Seth Rollins, of course, like we already kind of talked about Saturday night's main event, went to the acai moonsault, and then landed, instead of landing on his belly, landed on his feet. And as soon as he did that, he felt a little pop.
Yep.
And immediately kind of retreated in the corner. You tell it was kind of awkward. And they went to commercial break. He came back, and LA Knight just hit the BFT real quick and then pinned him.
Yeah.
At that point, you knew uh-oh, something not good. And then you kind of saw that viral video of him getting pulled out of the ring, and he's just going, fuck.
Yeah. That's when you know it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm going, fuck.
Yeah. I feel for him. It just kind of shows you just where we're at. I don't think it's necessarily Seth Rollins' fault, but it's just this dynamic, I think, of the Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, whatever this is. It's not quite dead in the water, but it's pretty damn close now.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I mean, you don't even have a name for the group. I don't know why they were dragging their feet on that so hard. I guess they were waiting for him to do the cash in, and then they were going to have something where they name the group or something. Have the music and everything like that. But I hate it. I mean, I hate it because I love Seth Rollins. Now I will say Seth Rollins his character work was improving. It wasn't that that goofiness. It was getting more serious tone.
Yeah. And
so that's why I hate it. But just that dynamic where you have Bronson and Braun kind of like security guards looking like kind of thing, and then the turn at WrestleMania, of course, worked. I think it would just been way better if you just had Heyman with Rollins. I know they were trying to build you're trying to build Bronson Reed, you're trying to build Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, like it just would serve better work if you just have Heyman with Rollins. Just looking back at everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So just kind of getting into this, what Rollins says. He was on the Rich Eisen show yesterday, or was it today? I can't remember. I was kind of lost. Yeah, it was today. He said, I was doing a move I do all the time, a moonsault backflip. In this particular instance, I was landing not on my belly, but on my feet. When I landed, I felt my knee kind of pop and buckle. We're going to take another look, hopefully in a week or two. Of course, they happen to be in Birmingham, Alabama, which is, of course, where the famed orthopedic surgeon Dr. Dugas is located. What's the clinic name? James Andrews Clinic. Who was known for years for repairing athletes, going back to the 90s. I remember, I remember the first time I remember hearing James Andrews' name was like Flair. I think Flair had to get some work done from him. But anyways, so they happened to be in Birmingham, so he was able to go see them. And Rollins acknowledged that he's not a doctor, but he knows his body well enough to sense that this could be a significant layoff. I feel like this is going to be out for an extended period of time. It's a bummer, but look, it is what it is. Our business moves on. This isn't the first time that I've been injured, and it won't be the last, which was kind of interesting. But, of course, Rollins had that devastating injury back in, what was that, 2015,
I think it said. Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 years ago. Damn, just kind of crazy. Kind of a similar situation a little bit, with the knee, and then he had it. You remember going into WrestleMania, 33, I think, against Triple H.
Yep.
Where they thought he messed it up again.
Yep.
Luckily, I guess it was like a sprain or something like that. And then you look at WrestleMania 40. He kind of had the same situation.
Yeah, hanging on by a thread, pretty much.
Yeah, he's got to protect his knees a little bit better. I mean, I know he's doing what he can, but you got to think about your health. And I think a lot of this can be attributed, as we were talking about last week. WWE wrestlers don't wrestle very much. They don't get in the ring that very much. I think a lot of that can be attributed to this. They don't do house shows.
Yeah, not recently anyway. No.
Yeah. So, I understand the house show is, saves your body and things like that, but does it really? I mean, you can't.
Well, that happened. That last injury was on a house show. Remember the knee injury?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But I mean, I think though, if your body's not, I guess they do a lot of training, especially him. He has his school.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it's a lot different than you're doing training in a closed gym versus an arena full of people. So, of course, obviously, I'm not a wrestler. I'm not sure, but that to me, I feel like it's a little bit harder to perform whenever you got the spotlight on you.
Yeah.
So you have to be accurate and precise with all your movements as you go along.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of part of this situation, but I'll let you kind of talk about Rollins' injury.
I mean, I was thinking about all the of course it's a work.
Oh God!
Blah blah blah.
I'm so sick of that. Right?
Yeah, you've seen that, like all the Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez saying he was injured and that knee injury was a cover up for something more serious.
Shut up.
And it's like, and then he's going to be back by SummerSlam to cash in on. It's like, can things just be real and not always be a work? It's like if he's legit injured, he's going to be out for he even said he's going to be out for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, he can make it back before WrestleMania. If it's a knee injury, look how long Charlotte was out for. It was like 18 months, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
She's on for almost over a year. you know, and him having the Money in the Bank briefcase definitely helps because then he can when he does come back, he can just cash in on whoever. So that's kind of cool that there's that aspect. But at the same time, it's like the conversation about that I've seen a lot on that Roman Reigns post that I did was a lot of like, oh yeah, of course you could talk like that because you only wrestle this many times a year, or you only wrestle that many times a year, or, you're never there. He's there week to week. Yeah, and what does that get you? Exactly. Like, who's smarter in that sense?
Right.
Who's healthy? Right? Who can have a match week to week now? Not that Roman Reigns didn't wrestle week to week, but luckily he wasn't injured and he can come back and take that spot again. Not really take it, but he always has that spot. But it's like you can clown on him for not being there, whatever, 4 times, 5 times a year, or whatever. But at the same time, every time he comes back, what happens? Huge pop. People love him. Like, it's like does numbers. He moves freaking social media numbers like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think that's the level that I know Seth Rollins wants that level of popularity, but not everyone can do that. That's the thing. It's like, and I think he should try not to push himself as much. Like, change his style up, dude. Change it. You don't have to do the flips and stuff like that anymore.
Right.
I mean, look what happened to Stone Cold when he broke his neck. Completely changed his style of wrestling. More became a brawler. Didn't do technical moves really. Couldn't really do them anymore because of his neck. So he had to adapt to what he could do. Bryan Danielson went a little crazy. I can't really use him as an example, but he's another one that could benefit off of changing up his style a little bit, slow it down a little. He could stick with the technical wrestling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And mat wrestling and things like that. But I enjoyed that stuff he was doing in AEW. But I think at some point you have to, when you get older, they say you can't be Father Time. So especially when you have injuries and you get older, those injuries come back. You get the creaks in your leg, you get the cracks in the morning when you wake up when you're getting older and stuff like that. And you have old injuries, they come back too at a later date. They come back and bother you. So I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things like you mentioned. Do they have the benefit of when they had those house shows, going out, getting those reps in and all that type of stuff, and being clean in the ring, as opposed to not doing those house shows and going out week to week, not wrestling, then hopping in the ring. Not saying that they're not doing it, like you said, training wise, like performance center, that type of stuff. But if they're not doing that and that stuff happens, that's going to happen a lot.
I'll tell you who can really honestly answer that is the wrestlers themselves. I mean, it's something that they really would need to kind of hey, it's. Well,
easier for them. It might be easier for them to not do.
Yeah.
Don't know that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, you're right.
It's just to me I just know if you in an athletic field and you're wrestling only once a month, is that really beneficial? To me, I just that's just outside looking in. Of course, so.
And like you said, they can only speak to what they're doing and how they are maintaining these things. But I mean, everyone has schools nowadays, so there's not somewhere they won't travel that they can't hop into a school, and they can travel to Florida, go like I said, go to the performance center, have those. I wouldn't be opposed if they would do matches in NXT. Take an NXT spot, Russell want to have a match down on TV,
right? Well.
Special appearance, not Seth Rollins, but anybody,
right?
If it comes to that, but yeah, that's scary. You are right in the sense where them not having as many dates anymore, definitely better. It's gonna give them more longevity, in life anyway. But will it really give them longevity if they're not getting the reps in that they need, and they do get injured because they're not doing those moves and practicing that stuff. So I don't, like I said, I don't know. It's like you said, it's only something that they can really answer on their own. But it's probably kind of like a double-edged sword in a sense.
It is.
You know, not wrestling a lot, but then wrestling a lot and getting injured, but not wrestling a lot. And then when you do wrestle, you get injured. So it's like it's basically just, you know, taking care of yourself and being cautious of what you can and can't do. Roman used to do like flying moves and shit like that. He used to do a lot of, you know, drop kicks and fucking, if you watch his older stuff, he's doing a lot of aerial things. He doesn't do it anymore. He said,
right. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on the ground. I might jump up for a Superman punch and a fucking spear. That's about it. That's all you can do. He doesn't really do the drive-by anymore.
He doesn't. You're right.
That could hurt. That's probably weighing on his back, dude. Like, because he's laying on his back on the apron on his lower back.
I mean, why does he? I mean, yes, I mean it was a move in his repertoire, but why do it if you don't need to? Yeah,
exactly. And that was what
nobody's necessarily clamoring for it. It's a good move, but
who doesn't move with a lot? I've seen a lot of this, like people doing the top rope leg drop, like off a turnbuckle, just landing completely on your
that's what
tailbone, dude.
Cena does that. You know?
Yeah, it's like that has to. That's gonna do something at some point. Look at Hogan from the leg drop is, you know, his finisher move.
Well, Hogan's on his deathbed, so.
Oh, that is true. That's right. Yeah, according to Bubba the Love Sponge, that's right. He is he's not doing too well, but yeah, man, it's unfortunate. To the people out there that thought my tweet was you know, anyway in there you know, making fun of Seth Rollins, I'd like you to know that I did not make fun of him. That was Roman Reigns completely in that video. Was not me at all. But people took it that way. Like I was just stating facts. That's all.
Fuck them.
I mean, but anyway, yeah, it's speedy recovery for
yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks. So
put that momentum to a halt from what they were pretty much going to do with them. I will say this though, because you were talking about, you know, the whole, you know, wishing it was just him and Heyman as a duo. Mm-hmm. You're right. I don't like that Bronson and Braun Breaker. They didn't need the push. They don't need help from Seth Rollins. They're already.
I think it was more about giving them a mouthpiece. You know, because I think
that without putting him with Rollins.
Well, I think yes, but I think I guess you're right. I think, you know, Heyman was helping Braun, if not behind the scenes, and then was just like, well, let's just do it on screen too, you know.
I mean, Bronson Reed got sidelined because of that injury, because of the cage thing. So that wasn't really anything bad. He was kind of on a trajectory. Braun Breaker was already over. Right. People were freaking clamoring for him when once his music hit, dude, crowd was going nuts. He really didn't need the rub from Seth Rollins. It pretty much was the other way around, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Anyways, like you said, speedy recovery to the freaking one, you know.
Yeah, the freaking. Now we have Becky freaking Lynch.
We do have Becky freaking Lynch, unfortunately. No, did I say that alone?
The Beckster, the Beckamania running wild.
Yeah, Becky Hogan, brother.
Dude, I love what she did on Raw, though.
Yeah,
she trolled the shit out of the IWC with that move.
Next piece of business we're going to talk about here. I'll say the Tony Khan stuff for last. We'll talk about old Billy Boy.
Billy Buckner.
Oh, Billy, sweet Billy Boy, I knew you would come back. Not Billy Madison, but Billy Goldberg. Bill Goldberg. As Brett would say.
Don't you know his name is Goldberg? I'm not calling him Goldberg. I'm calling him Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
All right, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg. He was on everybody's favorite show, Ariel Helwani.
Yeah,
I say that tongue in cheek, but Yeah, old Billy Boy is not too happy with his retirement.
No.
He
wanted the parade. He wanted the
he wanted all the flowers.
He wanted the Ric Flair, everyone standing on the stage and people around the ring, just giving their thanks to the Goldberg.
Let's take a look at the history of people. We'll say people that are of his caliber, but level, I guess.
Yeah, of his ilk.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So let's take a look at Sting had, of course, in AEW, he had a fantastic send off. WWE, not so much. But let's try to think who we could go with here. Bill Goldberg. Let's see. Let's say like Kevin Nash. Maybe Kevin Nash stayed in a little too long in the game, but he's definitely one.
Yep.
He didn't have a great. He had really no send off. Do you hear him bitching?
Did Stone Cold really have a good send off? Again, I mean, people really didn't know he was retiring at that point.
Well, you talking about the first time?
Yes. Yeah.
I would say no. I would say no because nobody knew he was retiring. But that was Steve's decision. That wasn't. I don't think that was a WWE decision.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I think it all happened very quickly. I think finally, like the health stuff had caught up to him very rapidly when he came back. Again, like we were talking about, he was away for a while and came back, and that neck was bothering him a lot, and he was having a lot of issues and that he's talked about here and there. And it was just time for him to step away. Obviously, whenever he actually retired or had his other last match with Kevin Owens, I mean, that was a lot bigger send off, it
was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what was he expecting,
Like he compared himself to did he say if it was the Undertaker or Shawn Michaels, they would have gone.
No, he's not on that level though.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I was getting at. It's like, he definitely had the impact. He's definitely a name. Can't take that. Right. You say Goldberg, people know what you're talking about.
Right.
So it's just in the wrestling world, probably not as much as the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart and all those guys. Like, they're more lauded as legends in the ring than Goldberg. Goldberg might be a bigger. Is he a bigger name than the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels? Maybe.
No.
Or is
no.
As far as outside the WWE.
No. I would say maybe Shawn, but not Undertaker.
Undertaker, yeah, he's pretty much everywhere.
Undertaker is
people fan out over Undertaker when he shows up. What was it, Tyree? Was that Tyreek Hill that I posted the video of?
Yeah.
He was fucking marking out over Undertaker. He's like, you know who this is?
This is the Undertaker.
Yeah, I used to play him on the Nintendo 64. Oh my god! He's walking around, putting his hands on his head, freaking. Oh my god! You might be right about that. But yeah, I don't. It wasn't we don't know the business dealings, how everything went, what the plan was, but it seems like they were just it seemed like it was just oh, you want a last match? All right, we'll give it to you. It doesn't seem like there was any more conversation of a build up and showing his legacy and doing all the things you would do on somebody's way out. They did with Edge. They did a perfect send off for Edge in WWE.
I see Edge. I feel like he's on the level of a Goldberg, in popularity and stuff that.
Okay.
But here's where the difference is. Okay. Edge is a WWE guy. Yeah. Now, granted, at the end of the day, I don't like the way WWE treats WCW people. For the most part,
they do have a history of.
But look at Goldberg's history, though. Okay, first of all, he's a self-proclaimed not a wrestling fan. Okay,
yep.
He got into the business because he failed at football. I mean, let's just be real. Okay, Somebody saw a little bit of charisma in him, and probably like Diamond Dallas Page, and was like, "All right, let's roll with this."
Yeah,
that's what happened. And then you have, then of course, the WCW folds. He comes to WWE in 2003, and it's a horrible situation. He has a bad attitude. He wants to be the world champion all the time. He wants this, he wants that. He wants, and Vince is not going to do that. Like, and nor should he. Like, there's no reason to do that. He constantly just has a bad attitude. Then leaves, comes back. What is it, like 13, 14 years later?
Yep.
Has some great one-off matches. The thing with Brock Lesnar was fun. I still disagree with taking the title off of KO for him, but whatever.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah, just he was given universal title runs, like just handed to him.
Yeah. Yep.
Because of who he is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then on top of it, now, okay, so you want this retirement match, but then you get fucking injured in the beginning of the year.
I know.
And you're 58 years old. So you want to take somebody's goddamn... Now I'm getting kind of hot about it now. You want to take somebody's fucking spot because you deserve it for 6 months?
Yeah.
What was he going to do? Take Jay's spot?
Well, no, that was the rumor that they, the reason why they took the title off of Jay was to get that match with Gunther and Goldberg.
See, there you go.
But if they didn't, there might have been a scenario where Goldberg would have beat Jay to take the title off of him. Maybe, I don't know, that would have been even worse, a worse situation.
It could be possible. You're right. Unfortunately,
and then he did some things in that match too, laughed while laughed at Gunther doing the chops and stuff like that.
I didn't really have a problem with that because that's like a Goldberg move or whatever. It's just like kind of like
selling.
But it's like when Sting does it. I don't really have necessarily a problem with it. That's just kind of what Goldberg has always done. That's what's kind of got him over for all those years.
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't necessarily have a problem with that per se, but I do have a problem with him demanding, I should be treated better. I should be treated better. Dude, you're fucking lucky you got anything. Okay,
you gotta earn it, dude. Too. That's the other thing. Like, and we've said this before. Triple H doesn't seem like he's the nostalgia act guy, dude.
He really is.
As far as promoters go,
or
like between him and Vince McMahon, when it came to like nostalgia acts.
Right.
How he give two shits about nostalgia acts, personally. Unless you like, obviously John Cena, that's a whole. He's not a nostalgia
whole
act.
different
He's been around.
Yeah.
He's been in it. He's pretty much been in and out of the company the whole past 2 decades. So it's not like he's just showing up and saying, "Hey, I want this final run. Give it to me." Right. It's like, no, he earned it. He earned the respect of the fans, and he earned everything he's getting right now as far as a.
Goldberg even said it in the interview. I guess if I wasn't a WCW guy, then I partially agree with that, but also I think if you didn't have a shitty attitude in all those years in with WWE, including the recent runs, his matches with Roman and where he was like, I should have been treated better. He's the one that wanted to do the match with I remember there was like something where they were talking about doing a retirement match. He was going to do it where it was like in Israel or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, I think I remember something like that. Yeah.
And then they got pulled last minute because I guess finally somebody from WWE was like, "Oh, okay, well, we'll do this at some point."
Yeah.
In
that interview, he always talks. He also said something like the build wasn't. Hey, how about not plan your retirement match around the same time John Cena's doing his retirement year? How about that? How about doing next year?
Hey, if you want a better build, how about you agree to more dates, and maybe
that's
maybe
another thing too. Yeah, yeah.
But maybe maybe they only wanted them for certain dates too. It could be, but still,
Yeah.
You want something, like, go after it. Like, nothing should be ever given to anybody. Look, Vince McMahon right now is now kicked out of his own company that he created. Now,
Yeah.
rightfully so.
Yep.
But that just shows you that nobody, the businesses, and look, I gotta play it real quick. Here we go.
Nobody is bigger than this business.
It's bigger than this business.
True. They'll pass you by. We've seen it as viewers. We've seen
Vince
business pass you by.
Vince fucking McMahon is now not in the business.
Yeah.
Now, again, it is because of his doing, but that just shows you, hey,
allegedly, no, allegedly,
that just shows you right there that anybody can be passed over at any time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, no, we've seen it. Like I said, we've seen it plenty of times. Just us being, watch, like, viewers of wrestling. We've seen, you get injured, guess what? Bring in the next person.
Yep.
That person's going to take us. Perfect example recently, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte. Charlotte gets injured. What happened? Boom, rocket on her back. See ya. Now it passes you by. You've seen it. It happens, definitely. Especially if you're not connected with the business either a lot, it seems like, too. Just from a viewer's standpoint or a watcher standpoint. It seems like if you're not in, like, with the business, like, you're really close by it. It seems like if you take a huge sabbatical from it and then want to come back, you're probably not treated the same way.
No, and
it's like a club, essentially. If you got to be in the in group to be, like, taken care of.
Right.
I'm assuming anyway. Like, that's what John Cena was. He was doing movies, but when he wasn't doing movies, where was he? Yep. Back on WWE TV doing something.
Yep.
If he wasn't doing the Peacemaker with the first season, back doing that. During the strike, the Hollywood strike, where was John Cena? Back on TV doing having a run. So, that's the difference. Like, he stayed in and around the business. I think if you're not like that, if you're one of those people that, I'm just here to make money, guys, and that's how you're gonna get treated.
Yeah.
And
I do think that's how I feel it to my core a lot of times with Bill that's how he looked at the business anyway. Like, okay, I could make some money doing this. I can't do football anymore. So yeah, okay, let me do this. It'll allow me to make some money and then keep my athletic juices kind of flowing a little bit. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yep. It's the businesses. But look at Warrior. One of the biggest grudge matches between him and in the business, not just WWE, just wrestling business in general. He even came back and had like a huge a big, like, going away gift, if you want to say, like, Hall of Fame induction. Right. That I have the book actually that they came out after. I think after he passed away, they did like a WWE book. It's like this big book with his face on the cover. Like,
I actually have that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like, he made amends with everybody. Got the commercials and the sponsorships and all. He was like an ambassador. He was becoming a WWE ambassador at some. Well, he was going to be that.
Yeah. Well, but he basically started that. He did start doing that though.
Yeah,
a little bit, like, before he passed away.
Him having the biggest fight and the biggest, like, grudge against the wrestling business. He even came back and got the right send off.
Right.
A little bit, earlier than what he probably expected, but he did get this. He did get the send off. He got the induction next night. Right. Did that appearance on Raw, and that was it. But even him, you've heard countless of stories from countless podcasts and countless old school people and stuff like that who had their grudges with him. And he still came back and got that love and appreciation from not only, like, Vince, the WWE. but the fans as well. So
right.
you at like, I feel like I'm like talking to like I'm talking to Goldberg right now. You as a it's people, we feel that you don't have that same, at the end of the day, I think like a guy like Warrior did love, the wrestling business. I think what happened to him was, it jaded him.
Right.
The business jaded him. I think he liked I think he liked, all the little warriors and all that stuff. I think just the business side of it, he didn't like.
Right.
I think that's what got to him more than anything. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think that he liked that stuff. He liked the admiration, living as a warrior and all that type of stuff. Do you, as a fan, did we feel that with Goldberg? Did we feel that he was like wanted to be a part of the wrestling business, or did we feel like he just wanted to come in, be 100 and something and 0, and collect the check and be the champion, and that's it?
That's what I think he wanted. I mean,
and I think as fans, we know that we can feel that if you're really into it or not.
Right.
That's why he did that. Basically, to sum it up, that's why you didn't get the send off you thought you were going to get, because not only us, but people that you work with, they know.
Yeah.
You want all the admiration, but you didn't give the love back in that sense.
Right.
Like you said, you didn't have the best relationship with WWE, especially in the mid 2000s.
I mean, he swore he was never going to be inducted or anything like that, or not inducted, but come back and all that stuff for years and years. So, anyways, enough Bill Goldberg talk. One last piece of business. This is something that you brought to my attention. I haven't basically reacting real time here. I noticed that Tony Khan did that interview, and I'm definitely going to want to go back and check it out. But he did this interview with Q101 and was asked about AAA and WWE's partnership. So he said it's great. It's a great thing. We started working with CMLL in 2023 and things have been really looked up for us. I have a great relationship with Salvador, and frankly, that's not unexpected to me. I've kind of been expecting that since the way the Dragon Lee signing was announced on December 30th, 2022. Whew, easy for me to say. From then on, I said, okay, then I think it's highly likely that the way this is going, because they are certainly a big surprise to me. It's not like, FTR were there and they saw the WWE cameras and it's like, okay, something's up. So I had not agreed to that, actually. So what he's referring to is there was a show in AAA. He agreed for FTR to go down there and wrestle Roosh and Drolistico. And something happened during the day where Dragon Lee was in there. He said, I was doing a show in Denver that day, and I remember I was with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe had a match that night, December 30th, 2022. And I talked to FTR, and they said, there's some kind of strange stuff going on here. Then right after Dynamite ended, that match went off, and they announced that Dragon Lee was signing with WWE. I do kind of faintly remember this a little bit, because it did kind of take me by surprise a little bit.
Yeah, yep.
Because he had been on AEW television.
Yep.
And he still had some of FTR's name on the plate. So it was really a double cross, and that would never happen now. That's one of the things that would never happen now. Salvador and I are brothers. I have a very close relationship with him, and I don't believe he would ever betray me like that. Salvador is the owner of CMLL, by the way.
Yeah.
And I would never betray him like that. If he wanted to do something on the show, we would talk to each other. We wouldn't be making subs or changing stuff or switching allegiances mid-show. So basically, Dragon Lee was, like I said, he basically was holding I think it was the AAA tag titles.
Yep.
And then said, oh, by the way, I'm signing with WWE. And, it had FTR's name on it. I mean, part of me is just like, yeah, it is. This is business, but also, and I think looking at this past weekend, you kind of see this like cloak and dagger stuff that's going on with WWE is really starting to catch up with them. They got to be careful. So if you look at some of this stuff, like what they did like this past weekend with all the shows that they had trying to compete against All In, like you could tell like there's like a shift in the IWC where they're like, we don't really like this. Yeah, it's cool. Like as far as like, hey, let's have all this wrestling. Like on that point, it's
yep, agreed.
Yeah. But for you to do it like the same weekend, same time, trying to compete with them, it's like, especially when you have Saturday night's main event, which is going to be on a network show. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, Tony Khan did a great job booking this show so that the main event was bleeding into the start of Saturday night's main event. Kudos to him, because like there ain't no way I was going to turn off Kenny Omega and Okada or Hangman and Moxley to go watch fucking Goldberg and Gunther, you know? Like, sorry, pal. Not to mention I'd already paid my $50. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch it, you know? So yeah. I'm gonna keep watching it, and I know I can watch Saturday night's main event the next day, and that's what happened. So
yeah.
But anyways, again, I'm saying all this, all this stuff where they're doing a lot of this shady shit to undercut AEW. It's gonna catch up with them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, and I think the only thing that really suffered, and I wish it was separate from all that stuff that happened on Saturday, was Evolution. Evolution 2. I wish it was like on a different day or something like that, or a different week.
I wish it was a different week.
Yeah, because I think especially after All In and Great American Bash earlier that afternoon as well, because that ran at the same time as All In.
That's just silly, man. That's just so silly.
And it took away from Great American Bash, because that was a good show. I watched that too. That was a good show too. There was some really good matches on there.
It's just silly.
Obafemi and I forget that dude's name, the Japanese dude, but that match was freaking. They would beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
such a banger match. You get to see, kind of like the debut of Blake Monroe. I mean, actually, it was a debut of Blake Monroe in a match. Tagging up with Jordan Grace. Like that stuff got stepped on because they want to go head to head with AEW on these things. I think anyway. Counter programming, dude. Whether you're paying for, I mean, what's really gonna hurt WWE is if at some point they have a Max deal and some of their pay-per-views are on Max for free.
Right.
That's what's gonna really hurt WWE at some point. Like if they do how they do All Out, and they'll do what was the one they usually do? They do All Out after All In, right? Usually, is that how it works? Like right after? What was the one they did a back-to-back? There was one a week later. Was it All In? Not All In, sorry. All Out? They did one the year prior where they had it was All In, and then the next week was fucking All Out.
Yeah, that was 2023, yeah.
Yeah. If they ever do something like that where they start doing those back-to-back shows, one of them you pay for, the next one is on Max for free. I think that's gonna really hurt them. For me as a viewer, dude, I'm a stickler when it comes to audio and presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And AEW being on HBO Max, everything is it's 4K fucking Dolby Atmos audio on HBO Max. Even that. And that experience for me, because I have a surround sound, watching wrestling with a surround sound, that's heaven for me. And I know it's a stupid thing to kind of compare, but I watch Raw on Netflix, and Netflix is always the most subpar quality of sound. I have to turn the fucking volume up super loud, and it's the quality of it's just even they're just doing. I think AEW is just doing the right thing and just being themselves. Do all these deals. Don't try to counter program. Let WWE be the counter. Let them think you're the threat. Don't don't do the other opposite. Don't think WWE is your threat because they never made them like, well, Tony Khan did go a little crazy at some point, but right now they're like, do their own thing, make WWE chase them instead of them chasing WWE.
Yeah,
and it seems like that's what they're doing. I mean, for me anyway. I said this last week. I think look at all the matches that they're doing right now. They're doing like a lot of they're putting all their technical guys in. Doing all like they're doing like the flippy stuff, the acrobatic stuff. They're doing all that type of stuff now because of AEW.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I just and look, I mean, I'm not surprised that AAA did some shady shit. No, because AAA has always been known to do shady shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's just that's just how they've always operated.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So,
and like you said, he wasn't surprised that they did that partnership or WWE purchased AAA. He said pretty much predicted that was going to happen. Like you said with the Dragon League, he's like he knew that there was some type of thing happening even way back then. So
it's interesting.
He's the numbers guy, dude. If you ever, he's like he has exact dates. He like if you've seen anybody talk about Tony Khan, he'll tell you like where like a wrestling match was like back in like 1970 at this time at this arena and all that type of stuff. And you don't want to I wouldn't want to have any beef with a guy like that because he's gonna remember exact dates.
You remember on February 4th when you did this? No,
yeah, like that type of you remember like you said December 30th, 2022. Like I wouldn't have like thought of that. Like who the hell would just bring that date up randomly? It's like come on. But yeah, like I said, I know it's been kind of like a Tony Khan like freaking jerk fest, but I think he really did. He like him and his company outshined. I think they outshined this weekend. I think.
No, they definitely did.
Just pure class, just by putting on a better show.
Yep.
On Saturday.
Yep.
And just treating All In as what it's supposed to be, their biggest show of the year, and they did just that. I think.
Yeah. No, they did. I mean, they did a great job. They did everything they were supposed to do. So, kudos to them. So, I just want them to keep having that momentum going forward. So, I actually I haven't got a chance to watch Dynamite. As we're of course recording this Wednesday night. But I guarantee you, once we're done recording, I will be going to watch Dynamite because I'm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
pretty pumped to see what happened. So
got to see the fallout from all.
Yeah, and I mean that main event was godly. It was.
Oh, they posted that. Did you see the video they posted? The slow motion. AW. They're starting to do this too now. I noticed they're starting to they're starting to do like what people have been doing on social media, just taking matches and doing like the highlights of them. They're starting to do that, which I think is kind of smart. But they released today a slow motion up close video of Hangman stabbing
with the fork.
Yeah, did you see it?
I did not.
Dude, it's in slow motion. You just see like him stab, and you just see Moxley's head just like a little thing of blood spews, and then it just starts freaking squirting out. Like it's in slow motion. It's like you just see him. It's bad.
Do you think they like numbed Moxley's head for that?
I don't know what they did, but he it's brutal. It looks like a murder scene when you watch it. It's because it's literally just the up close. It's Moxley's head, and then you just see Hangman's hand just going in and out, and you just see like a little bit of blood, and then it just freaking just
and then a lot of bit of blood.
Yeah, then a lot of it.
They were both like.
And that was at the beginning of the match. Crazy. I was like 10 minutes into the match.
Yeah.
And they went, like 45 minutes? Already bleeding? Surprised they didn't pass out during that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's why if you're a wrestling fan, you were watching that instead of Goldberg. Bill
Goldberg. Well, let's we're now an hour into this.
Oh damn. We gotta speed through. We gotta do speed rounds now.
Yeah, let's get into some collar and elbow.
collar, and elbows.
All right, I'm gonna start off with SmackDown. We'll just kind of there. I'm just gonna kind of skip through like the LA Knight stuff. I'm gonna skip that over. I don't think there's anything much about that.
Yeah, skip LA Knight. Fred Durst was in attendance.
Fred Durst, yes, he was there. Oh, actually, there's something on SmackDown we have to talk about. Alexa Bliss
that's right.
defeated Roxanne Perez, NXT North American Champion Solo Ruka and Kairi Sane in a fatal 4-way match. Again, that was kind of to promote Evolution.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match.
This was interesting. Well, Wyatt Six defeated the Street Profits to win the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Yeah,
we kind of predicted this, I think, a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it, especially those two guys.
Yeah,
it's Loomis and Gacy. Like they need a good title run. The kind of the celebration of Howdy at the end was kind of weird for me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
think I need to see these guys with more of an edge, like turn them heel, basically.
That's what they're supposed to be. Apparently, I think they're supposed to be like the heel. Like they're the heels in the storyline. Apparently, another thing is,
that's right, yeah, because Rowan interfered in the match. I forgot.
Yeah, Rowan interfered. Yeah, and which definitely helped the Profits because obviously I didn't want them to lose their titles right away. But if it's going to keep the tag division running like they've been doing, then I guess that's it's for a good cause. But at the same time, Triple H still not beating those allegations, buddy. Especially with that, with them losing
the
title.
Oh, brother.
Triple H, you're not helping your case out there, buddy.
Triple H just living in that WrestleMania 19 life.
Yeah, I don't see color. I just yeah.
What's a June 19th?
You're not helping. Yeah, I forgot about that. We talked about that.
What? 19th is not a number, brother.
It's like yeah, dude, it's not helping the case out a little bit. So did you get Carmelo still not being booked properly?
Oh yeah, come on, goof. Yeah. Anyways. Speaking of things not being booked properly.
Oh boy.
Jelly Roll. Looking slim down. Had a little performance in the ring. Of course, they're in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Then Logan Paul comes down, interrupts the performance. So that Jelly Roll is an outsider.
I do like that. I did like that.
I didn't mind that too much.
It was tongue in cheek. It was hilarious.
Right. And no one wants to see influencers like Jelly in a WWE ring. Randy Orton came out and said, if anyone is outside, it's Logan, and wants Logan to show some respect. Drew McIntyre then took out Randy with a Claymore kick out of nowhere. Logan beat down a fallen Randy, but Jelly Roll pulled Logan off and laid him out. Logan then destroyed Jelly's music equipment backstage. Jelly said he'll have Orton's back tomorrow on Saturday night's main event, which will lead to a Jelly Roll WWE debut match at SummerSlam. And then actually tonight, we watch Jimmy Kimmel because everybody watches that show.
Yep.
Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is supposed to be the guest host tonight.
Wonder what's going to happen.
And Randy Orton is the guest.
Oh, how convenient.
Dude, what in the actual fuck is this bullshit?
I don't know, man. I thought we escaped this celebrity thing when Vince McMahon left, but apparently Vince Russo's words are ringing true, man. He said I remember watching him this clip saying Triple H, you think Triple H is different from Vince McMahon? He's like, you're sadly mistaken. He's like, he came up under Vince McMahon. He learned everything he knows about promoting and booking and stuff like that. He's like, so he's not going to be that much different. And he's kind of proven that right with his Jelly Roll. There's been a lot of stories about, Travis Scott was supposed to be in a match at SummerSlam. It was supposed to be like him and I think him and John Cena against Randy Orton and Bad Bunny or some shit like that. But I guess in Triple H at that press, I think was it after Saturday Night's Main Event or Evolution? I think it was after Evolution. They asked him about Travis Scott, and he was just like, he said he wanted to train and stuff like that, and he just didn't come through with what he was supposed to do. So
yeah,
I
just for one thing, I don't think Jelly Roll's that big of a star, to be honest with you.
As far as music, let's think. Definitely more than Bad Bunny, because Bad Bunny's like worldwide.
Right. Yeah, he's worldwide, right?
Mr. Worldwide. He's not even Mr. He's not even bigger than Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. But
my other problem is then you also have what's her name? What's the rapper chick? Nicki Minaj. She's the host, right?
Oh no, Cardi B.
Cardi B.
She's a bigger star than Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
if you want to put it that way, yeah. I mean, she's
a
bigger.
So far for SummerSlam, we've got CM Punk and Gunther, of course.
Yeah,
I'll talk about that in a little bit. But so far for SummerSlam, we've got that title match. Then we've got Cardi B as the guest host.
Yep.
And now we got Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
And we got don't forget, Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton, and Rhea Ripley gets another shot at the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay, so there are a few much.
And
you got Cody and Cena, of course.
Supposedly, Cody and Cena. That's right. Yeah, but we gotta talk about that too, Rhea.
Well, yeah,
and her countless title shots when we get to that point, because this is
it's getting a little ridiculous. I agree.
Yeah,
I was definitely just like way more hotter than I was about it on Friday and Saturday when I texted you.
Oh yeah, you texted me, you're like
but I mean, and I'm just like whatever, like I'm still pissed about it, but now I'm kind of like just whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna sit there and watch it. I mean, it doesn't matter what they do during this build. It's not gonna make me be like, oh, like there's no draw to this at all.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that this is a highlight match. I'm sorry. Like
no, definitely not.
And look, I'm all for like I'm like for the most part like I'm not like, oh, a celebrity gross, because I mean celebrities do work in some regard, and because it gives somebody maybe a spot that they didn't have, or could take a spot away, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah,
like I mean, there could be a chance that Drew McIntyre may not have been on this card.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that a lot of people going, oh, why are they booking him in a match? Because both title matches are already locked up. He can't be in a title match. So
yeah,
where you gonna if you want him on the card, where's he gonna go?
Right.
What's it? You want to see him, or do you want to see him or not?
Right. But I think for my money, I'd much rather see like let's do Drew and Randy in a blood feud. Let's start that going.
Yeah, I mean that'll probably continue after this.
Yeah, it will. But I mean, like,
match.
Let's do that at SummerSlam. And then SummerSlam is supposed to be, quote unquote, for the marks, right? It's the event for the marks. It's not really supposed to be hey, let's put on the big show for the casuals, not necessarily. And this is not a match for that. Sorry.
No. Nope.
I mean, when you think back at the history of SummerSlam, you got Perfect and Hart, you got Hart and Bulldog, you got Mankind versus Undertaker, you got Brett versus Undertaker, you got Ray versus Kurt Angle, Eddie versus Ray in the ladder match. You got all these historical matches. I mean, the countless Roman Brock matches.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Roman Brock. Mega.
You're gonna put Jelly Roll in this, like in this history line? Come on, man. The fuck are we doing? It's a SmackDown match at best.
Yeah. Or a Saturday Night's Main Event match.
Or Saturday Night's Main Event. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, we forgot the classics like Shawn Michaels versus Vader at SummerSlam.
Hey, actually, I like that match.
Warrior versus Savage.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dude, yeah, you can't put this match against or with those other ones.
No.
I have to actually, I might have to go down like a list of best SummerSlam matches. Because they've been
I actually had to let's see if I can pull up my list here.
It was actually really good. There was another really good one. It was dude, Stone Cold and Kurt Angle had a match.
Yeah.
I think that was really good. Triple H and The Rock, dude. How can we forget about ladder match? 98. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic ladder match. There was Christian and Randy Orton, dude.
Oh, then you have Brett and Owen.
Oh, Brett and Owen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dang, dude. Those are, SummerSlam's is definitely it's supposed to be for the marks, but not this year, pal. It's two nights, and it's not for the marks anymore.
Yeah.
It's for the Jelly Roll crowd.
Yeah, it's for the Jelly Roll. Everybody get your Jelly Roll.
Oh, dude, Undertaker and I'm looking at some of the matches. Undertaker and Edge, Hell in a Cell. That match.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so this is my my list from a couple years ago. You had TLC 1. You had Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H.
Oh yeah.
Hart Foundation versus Demolition. Shawn versus Razor. They had a good match too. It was a ladder match. Ray versus Angle. Punk versus Lesnar. I think that's pretty much it.
Brett, yeah, that's right. You said Brett and Owen already. AJ Styles and freaking John Cena, dude.
Mm-hmm. Beat up John Cena.
Yeah, we can't disparage the SummerSlam matches like that with Jelly Roll. Maybe the IWC needs to come together and kind of make their voices heard about not having this match.
Well, I posted that video and a lot of people actually surprisingly kind of agreed with me. So
brother, ew, brother, ew.
What is that, brother? Ew.
We might need that drop on the show.
Yeah, actually, I thought about that.
We definitely need it.
Oh, or we could just use the old fashioned one here.
Poop again.
All right. Let's see. I have to back out of my notes here. Let me get back into it. Oh boy, where's everything at?
I'd be more excited if freaking they got Fred Durst back in.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll, dude.
Right.
Real WWE legend.
Right. Jelly Roll's a former meth addict, so like what are we doing here?
True.
All right. And then speaking of meth addicts, Aleister Black.
Lost.
Yeah, to a roll up to Ron Killings.
Yeah.
Now we were talking about Carmelo Anthony. It looks like there's gonna be a little tease with him and Ron Killings. Possibly like a little formation happening.
Yeah, I've seen that photo that was posted by Ron. With you talk about the one with him and the Prophets and
right
Carmelo.
Yeah,
man, dude, rip off freaking the Hurt Syndicate, dude. Get a good version on here.
We hurt people.
Yeah,
we hurt people. We squirt people.
Yeah, we do that, man. Just rip them off. Who cares?
Rip them off.
Get something going. Get Carmelo Hayes on TV. That's all I care about.
It's time. It's fucking time now.
Yeah, it's come on, like very upsetting.
that's pretty much it for SmackDown.
Yeah, nothing else. Everything else is pretty much leading into Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, so we'll get into PLEs real quick. We'll talk about Jamar Evans defeated WWE LFG Season 1 winner Jasper Troy. So Ruka defeated Izzy Dame to retain her title. Ethan Page defeated Ricky Saints, which was a hell of a match.
Dude, that match was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He's taking some crazy ass bumps.
Falls Count Anywhere match to retain his title. Trick Williams, Mike Santana, and Joe Hendry had a contract signed for their triple threat match at TNA Slammiversary. Santana and Hendry teamed up and slammed Trick through the table. Dark State came out and attacked Santana and Hendry. Obafemi defeated Yoshiki Inamura.
That's his name, yes. Yoshiki Inamura, yeah. That match was crazy.
To retain the NXT Championship. Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace defeated Fatal Influence, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley. Of course, this was Blake's first televised WWE debut match, and she pinned the NXT Women's Champion to pick up the win. NXT Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich showed up during the match and brawled with Jasmine.
Before we get into that, dude, the we seen a debut last night from the TNA side.
Yes,
NXT.
The system.
The system showed up. I was waiting for that to happen.
Brian Myers.
Yep.
His first time on WWE television in the name of Brian Myers.
Yeah, man. Crazy to see.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's a fucking.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Good for Brian. Brian's a hell of a dude. So I'm happy for him. Great guy.
The most professional wrestler.
He is the most. It's a fact. It is a fact. He is the most professional. Then we get into Saturday night's main event.
I mean, we kind of already.
Yeah, we already talked about that. I'm skipping that.
Actually, we kind of covered the injury. We actually covered that. Dang, look at that.
Evolution 2, which of course was Sunday night. Becky Lynch defeated Bayley and Lyra to retain her Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Hogan's sign was visible as the man was heading back after the match. So.
She was arguing with that dude that was holding her. Remember? She was like talking shit to him.
Yeah. Then I have to give you credit where credit's due here, Marco.
About JC Jane?
Yeah, because you mentioned this in the debate.
Oh yeah, I did say that's right. Everyone else thought
you nailed it perfectly too. Blake got involved and
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah,
holy shit.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
They must have heard what I was. Hey, hold on. Someone's definitely listening to these shows.
Yeah,
I was like down to the T almost. You're right.
Right.
Yeah, someone's definitely listening, dude. Someone's booking their matches off of this stuff that was saying.
So Blake Monroe turned heel. So we're heading to a battle with Blake, or a feud with Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace, which will be very fun. And then JC Jane will be taking on Masha Slamovich at Slammiversary. I don't think she's winning that title.
Who, Masha Slamovich?
No, JC Jane. I don't think she's winning.
Yeah, I seen someone post, Masha Slamovich pinned JC Jane and she touched the title. That means she's losing. That's only WWE rules. This match is happening in TNA. So you got to remember, that's WWE rules. When someone touches the title that they're not supposed to. But that's even been proven wrong because it's Jey Uso did it before his lead into WrestleMania. Right. And he won. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, she's definitely not winning that. I think I did say on the debate, I was like, I think the return for TNA is for Masha Slamovich to become the first outsider to hold a WWE title. Yeah. That's what I think the return is for TNA. So yeah, she's definitely winning. There's no way JC Jane. I don't see. I mean, who sees her as not that she's bad, but She does that. She does have the double champion look. Like,
I agree.
If it was Jordan Grace, yeah, she was. If Jordan Grace did beat JC Jane, yeah, she's definitely taking both of those titles. There's no doubt in my mind. She was doing it. She, yeah, rightfully. So they had a great match. So I enjoyed it.
This kind of surprised me. Raquel and Roxanne retained.
Yeah,
their
predicted
tag
that wrong,
matches.
right?
Yep. I forgot. Oh, that's right. I forgot to do this. I forgot to do.
Oh,
the
we need to
championship.
do that. Yeah, whatever.
I'll do it next week. Well, I'll have to tally the
Oh,
points.
SummerSlam's coming up, so it doesn't even matter, dude. We got
I
wait.
guess right.
Oh, SummerSlam's not this. It's a couple weeks.
It's like yeah, it's in a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do it. Then. Big night.
My bad. Tiffany Stratton defeated Trish Stratus. Decent
We knew that
match.
was gonna happen.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It's always good to see Trish out there. You know, the first Trish, as she calls herself.
Yes, I love that. Jade Cargill defeated Money in the Bank holder Naomi. Of course, that's not the last time we'll see Naomi.
Yep.
I thought maybe like Bianca would have got. I felt like there was like some tension with Bianca and Jade. Maybe they were gonna get it. I thought for a second, I don't know, something to me was like,
yeah,
something's gonna happen with Bianca here, but
nope.
I don't know. No.
Got the what do you call it? Naomi got some color too on her
yes,
nose.
she did. Yeah, you got busted nose.
Busted nose, which is it's always good to see some the fruits of the labor when those matches happen, especially those types of matches like no holds barred, falls count anywhere. We gotta get something in return. I mean, they're doing a lot of stuff. They have to, some blood has to come out. Not as much as Mox and Hangman, not that much blood, but at least something, some type of badge of honor that you get from there.
Shoot, lost some spot here. Stephanie McClure won the Contenders Battle Royal.
That was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Lash Legend.
I was going to say that.
She was a part of the final too. That's saying something, I think.
And then Stephanie McMahon interviewed McClure after the match. McClure said this is difficult for her because English isn't her first language, but wrestling is her first language. McClure said fans will never forget her name and thank every woman for paving the way for evolution. McMahon raised McClure's hand as Pryor went off.
Yeah, what do you think?
So Clash in Paris is going to be in September.
And she's facing.
She's going to be facing whoever the world champion is. Probably.
Oh, it's after SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, after SummerSlam.
I mean,
interesting.
Naomi might have a short reign at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And then the main event, which was banger of a match, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, like I said, Io's always gold, dude, when she's with somebody.
Then we get Naomi cashed in and made it the triple threat match. Did the Seth Rollins thing, and
she won.
Yeah, she's the new world champion.
Proceed with caution.
The perfect cash in continues for
the women,
the ladies. Yeah.
What
was your thought? What was your thought on the cash in?
I liked it. It was surprising. I didn't think it was happening. That was soon. I thought it was gonna be more. I thought it was gonna be SummerSlam during the Jade Cargo match. I thought Jade Cargo was gonna win.
Yeah.
And then she was gonna cash in on Jade Cargo. But that's too predictable, right?
Yeah. I think it was right time, right place. So for sure.
They made the right call. Move her over to Raw. Dude,
yep.
have her with the women's, get her away from, Bianca and Jade Cargill. Because I think that's where that's probably leading, is maybe like a Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair feud at some point. But get Naomi out of that area, get her away. That story's done. Well, them two anyway. But Jade and Bianca still have some business to get to. So, but yeah, Clash in Paris is going to be Stephanie Vicour versus who? Io, Rhea.
I think it's gonna be Rhea.
Naomi, yeah. Io. Yeah, anyways. I can see that happening.
So Well, we can actually start there. Monday Night Raw. Naomi kicked off Raw, told the crowd she didn't care to hear their cheers, and addressed the speculation that she cashed in her women's Money in the Bank contract on Tiffany Stratton. She insisted she warned everyone she wouldn't follow expectations and said she was finished with the chaos on SmackDown. Naomi then challenged Bianca Belair to really look at her, claiming she's outgrown Belair and accusing her of keeping her around as a convenient partner or sidekick. Naomi declares she now holds the advantage over Belair and warned all the women in the Raw locker room to be careful. Rhea Ripley's music hit, and she stormed to the ring looking furious. Ripley said caution wasn't in her nature. She's reckless and enraged. She explained she entered Evolution with 2 goals: to defeat Io Sky and reclaim the Women's World Championship. Thanks to Naomi, she still hasn't achieved either, and Naomi is now on her hit list. Then Io Sky arrived, agreeing with Ripley's frustrations about Naomi, but quickly getting to an argument with both Ripley and Naomi. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce came out and officially welcoming Naomi to the Red Brand. He praised Ripley and Sky for delivering magic at Evolution, and then announced that Naomi, Ripley, and Sky would face off in a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. Now, you mentioned you think Ripley's getting way too many chances here.
Yeah,
I'll kind of let you have the floor.
I'm not gonna go on the whole like rant, like freaking IWC meltdown.
Yeah,
she gets so many opportunities. I want to put it the way we put it with Charlotte. She needs more. She needs to be away from the title more. Get her some storylines outside the title. We need to see Rhea work her way back into, being that champion. Not that she's been, she's been losing a lot of matches.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to see like a build again. I think I'm afraid that people are just gonna get annoyed of her being in matches. You know how fans are fickle.
Yeah.
Fickle. So I mean, it hasn't happened to Cody, so I could be wrong because I thought a lot of people were gonna turn on Cody at some point, and they haven't yet. But yeah, just we don't need to see Rhea in and around the women's world title all the time. It's just I don't know who they need to pair her with, but have a feud with somebody other than someone that has a title in my eyes. And I was trying to think. I was thinking of this too before we move on to the next segment. Who do you think, if you were to pick like a Bret Hart equivalent, not Natty, as far as like a technical wrestler in the ring today as a woman, who would be the female equivalent to a Bret Hart in the ring? You put him in the ring, they can make a match with anybody in the ring. Like they make anybody look good.
Sky.
I was gonna say that. That was my answer. She's I think she's the
and not even a doubt in my mind who
you could put her in the match with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that match is gonna be awesome. She's not like obviously she's like Bret Hart at the time. Bret Hart wasn't the biggest dude, but he made any match he had a story that he could tell with that person. Case in point, when he had that match with Kevin Nash, or Diesel, as he was known then. Right. He wasn't going to beat him, straight up with fists and having a fist fight. What did he do? Take out the leg, work the leg the whole match. That was the story throughout the whole match. And it made it look good too. But at the same time, you have to have that partner that's going to do that as well. And Kevin Nash as a big man, he understood that you, as a big man or woman, you have to still get your power in. You still have to get your shit in, pal. But at the same time, you have to also work with the person that you're in the ring with. So you have to make them look good too. And that's one I know, like, people have their, Kevin Nash is hit or miss nowadays. But back then, he always talks about that as a big person, to play your role as a big person, but at the same time, you got to make that other person look good in the ring. And I think Io, when she's in the ring with people like that, like Rhea understands that, right?
Right. So
when Io's in the ring with they understand that her and Bianca, go back and watch any of Bianca Belair and Io Sky. Two totally different styles of wrestling, and those matches are amazing because work well. And Io just work. Like I said, you could put her in the ring with a broomstick, and it's going to be a great match. I mean, for ladies, she is that. I think she is that equivalent. I want to keep Natty out of it because she's from that cloth.
Right.
Automatically just say she is.
And,
but
I mean, I think, but I think Natty is a little bit different style.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I'd be curious to see what Bret Hart would think as far as if he would
like Bret, like even though he was so technical, but he also had that vicious side where
he could brawl too.
He could brawl, and I think Natty is just straight up just technical.
Yeah. You have to have that edge. Like I said, one of my favorite Bret Hart.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I wouldn't classify her as necessarily a Bret Hart. She is, but she isn't.
Bret Hart can adapt to any type of match you put him. Like people always say, Stone Cold and Bret WrestleMania, they were brawling and technical. But even before that, Roddy Piper and Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship, that was a technical / brawling match because you had Roddy Piper as that brawler, but he could do technical stuff. So he would have to be technical with Bret, but at the same time, he was a brawler. But Bret Hart had to do the opposite, where he was a technical guy, but Roddy being the brawler type, he had to go down to the brawler side of himself and actually fight. Like the fight out on the outside of the ring and all that stuff. So yeah, I think Io's a sap. But other than that, I just want to ask you that question to see who you thought was an equivalent to Bret Hart nowadays, as far as the ladies are concerned.
That's what I would say. So
yeah.
Raquel and Roxanne defeated Kabuki Warriors to retain the women's championship. Paul Heyman said he has no update for Seth Rollins yet, but there's no worry because Seth has until June of 2026 to use the contract. So
true.
Yeah. LA Knight wants Seth Rollins to heal up and return so he can hurt him.
That's right.
I love that. Lyra defeated Bayley 2-1 in a 2 out of 3 falls to earn the right to face Becky Lynch for the women's Intercontinental title at SummerSlam.
Do you think Bayley's gone, dude? Do you think she's re-signing? You think she's gonna join?
Oh, I think she's gone, but this has got to be it. Let Lyra and Becky.
Yeah, I think so.
Chelsea Green mocked Stephanie McCoy and said La Primavera probably means loser in Spanish.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Chelsea's great, man. Karrion Kross wants Sami Zayn to admit that he told the truth. Pretty interesting stuff there. We didn't really talk. I wanted to talk about this, but the We Want Kross is really starting to pick up steam here.
Yeah. Yep.
And they could be in a situation here where it's kind of like you got to do something with Kross, and
yeah, yep.
Especially if you want the character to remain how it is. If you just don't do anything with him, it's going to pick up steam when he is on TV, and people are going to chant his name, and he's going to be a babyface. So
yeah,
it's going to be hard to tell a story like that. Nikki Bella defeated Chelsea Green in her first Raw match in 7 years. Who cares?
Yeah.
Sika Harvest attacked Nikki after the match, which led to Stephanie McCoy making the save. So cool. Adam Pearce told Dominic Mysterio that he knows Dom's injury is going to be reevaluated next week, and if Dirty Dom is cleared, he will defend the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles at SummerSlam 2025. And then you see AJ in the background praying.
That was freaking hilarious, dude. So many memes over the weekend that people were posting. That him praying, Gunther being impressed with the match.
Yeah.
Swerve with the smirk on his face with his arms crossed, like.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the
man,
there was so many memes of that one.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He looked like the what did they say? He looked like the bully at the end of a movie that was proud of the nerd kid that he helped out that stood up for himself. Like, He did it. This is funny, dude. But yeah, that praying when he's just like, and him pointing to like the eyes and the doing that to Dominic, hilarious.
American Made said Ludwig Kaiser is clearly under the El Grande Americano mask.
I mean, whatever. I mean, they can believe what they want, but he's his own man.
Yeah, it's his own man.
El Grande Americano. I don't know what they're talking about.
He's from the Gulf of America.
Yeah,
Ludwig Kaiser's from Germany. So what are you
exactly? It's two different like areas of the world. So they're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, unless the Gulf of America is in Germany now. I mean,
try again, folks.
El Grande is right from Port. So not a lot of people know this, but I do. Port Venice, Louisiana. So
yes,
he's right there. That's where he's from, man. Port Lafourche Parish. For those that know where that's at. Anyways, then we basically get a bunch of Gunther stuff. We get the gauntlet match, which ends up with CM Punk. I knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
CM Punk is going to be CM Punk and Gunther, which again I'm not too happy with. Honestly, I said let's like if you're going to put younger talent over, just I think now's the time to do that. But I get it. You got to have the big stage match, whatever. But and you know what? I'll be honest. Probably a lot of it is my bias towards CM Punk. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, they're kind of. I mean, I did see something where during that promo that Heyman cut to Gunther. Gunther was very unimpressed. So I just love that character. He's like, I don't give a shit what you say, Paul Heyman. Whatever you say doesn't really matter to me. I know it's hilarious, but they're like, oh, because he called Braun Breaker the next big thing, and then the big dog. So people are like, oh, Roman Reigns must be facing Braun Breaker at SummerSlam, and then the rumors are he's not facing Braun Breaker at SummerSlam. So I don't know who he's going to be facing at all. Could be a tag match. Who knows? We don't know, but I'm not really interested. I guess the original plan was for Roman to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. So yeah, don't know what's going to happen with that, but I could see like a Jey Uso and Roman versus Braun and Bronson in a tag match or some shit. I can see that happening if anything. That's probably what it's going to be. I would assume anyway, but unless you have another thing, but I don't think they're going to do any one-on-one matches. I don't think Braun's ready for a marquee match with the big dog. Not the original big dog, I should say. The original tribal chief. The original big dog. Yeah, I don't think he's ready for that. Yeah. No. He's not ready to take a loss. He's not. They can't have him lose to Roman Reigns, and he'll be buried. He'll be buried if he loses to Roman. Oh. That's what will happen on the internet. So let's just do a tag match. Maybe have them win in the tag match. I don't know, to keep the that crew going.
Right. Strong. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be Roman Jey versus Braun and Braun.
Do you think they continue the Braun Breaker kind of like overruling the Seth Rollins, like, because Seth Rollins can technically still call shots, like call from the phone and blah blah. Do you think they'll still do that?
No, I mean maybe like slightly. They'll probably continue planting seeds, but I don't know.
Do you think there's any scenario, right? This is kind of a wild take. Do you think there's any scenario that Braun Breaker takes the Money in the Bank briefcase and tries to cash in on CM Punk at SummerSlam? Because if CM Punk wins, I could see that happening. You think?
No, because I think it's all depending on. So a couple of things. I do think Seth will be back before the next Money in the Bank for June. Because I mean, there are some reports saying it's probably going to be like a 4 or 5 month layoff. That's the initial response. I don't think it's like a torn ACL or anything like that. I think just the way that Seth's talking. Because if it was torn ACL, like we'd know it'd be done. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think it would be more like 8 or 9 months till he comes back, and then that would put it in jeopardy. Now, if it is torn, yes, but I think they're going to wait it out. Now, if for some reason like they go along, let's say October, November, and his rehab's not doing so well. Okay, now we got to do something with the case. Then I could see him doing something like that.
Okay.
But I don't think doing it at some of them, because you're just jumping the gun, on a backstage non-kayfabe level.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of jumping the gun by just like, oh, okay, we got to do something with this briefcase. You have plenty of time to do something with the briefcase at the moment. You don't need to, just hurry up and do something like that.
Yeah.
And I think you gotta plant the seeds a little bit more with Braun, make that dissension known. Maybe he makes like little statements like, yeah, maybe it should have been me because I'm a big bad machine. Like I don't get hurt. Stuff like that.
Yeah. And then he goes, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Oh, yeah. So I don't think it's time. I think that would be too early, but I could see it happening, just not at SummerSlam.
Okay.
So they would have to explain it a little bit better, but anyway. So this is the layout of the gauntlet match. Braun defeated Penta. Braun defeated LA Knight. Braun defeated Jey Uso after Big Bronson Reed interfered and caused Jey the match. And then CM Punk defeated Braun Breaker. So, of course, like I said, it'll be CM Punk versus Gunther. And then after the match, we got the return of the King, the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, buddy.
So, I kind of was teasing this in the beginning of the show. And I will say this. Seeing Roman Reigns made me realize he needs to be strapped up again.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yep. Yeah. I was definitely thinking that. Yeah. See, he did it perfect. Like he did the, lost the title.
Mm-hmm.
Did like obviously granted he was, actually wait. No, when did he lose the title? He lost it
WrestleMania 40.
WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 41. Oh wow, yeah, he hasn't been okay. Yeah, so he did the right thing. So he that's what I want, like Rhea to do, like something like that. Like go on a journey without it. Get into all these like different scenarios. Have to enter the Royal Rumble again. Do all this type of stuff. Get Elimination Chamber, whatever the thing is, to try to claw your way back. And I think, you're right. I think he definitely he just looks like he needs a title. Like that's the other thing too. Like he just looks like he should have a title on him. I mean, some people look like they don't need it.
I have a title. I have a title, and Roman Reigns doesn't. So
yeah, that is true. He definitely needs it, and you can tell right there. Like, and we, like you said, we kind of teased at the beginning. Like, I know he has as much fans as he does haters, but you can't deny the fucking star power of the guy. The draw, did you hear that crowd when that music hit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't get, and I, like I said, with that tweet that I put out, I really didn't get like why people hate him. I don't know why
it's X. X just loves to be the opposite. Yeah. They just have opposite thinking than the real.
I mean, there was like I said, there was people that sided and were like, yeah, that shit's hilarious. That's funny. Oh my God, I forgot about this, that type of stuff. And then there are people like, oh, here you come, all you Roman fans. Oh, you guys think you're above everybody and all this type of, and then it's like, at the same time, like, do you want to be in the winning team or the losing team? I don't get it.
Yeah, right.
When you're, what team do you want to be on? You want to be on the team that people love?
It's like pretty clear. It's pretty clear that Roman is the guy in this generation.
He is,
and Seth Rollins is Randy Orton. He's number 2.
He was, and that's not a bad thing.
No,
like, it's always been that in wrestling.
Roman, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart's. I mean, Seth Rollins is Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
That's how it's all. Hogan, Macho.
Hogan Savage, yeah.
That's where it like starts, like from that like time on. It's it's Hogan. It's always the first and the second. There's nothing wrong with being the second person. I mean, granted, Macho probably could have been bigger than Hogan
because Hogan buried him. But
yeah, so I mean that's a different case. But like same thing. I mean, they were pushing the hell out of Bret too when he won the title. And even Vince McMahon said himself, like later on, like Bret looked like he's like, if I were to like put a champion on TV, he's like Bret was that champion. He had that look of a champion. Like he looked like he was a champion caliber athlete. And that's what he had going for him. That's what he's seen with Bret Hart, the way he carried himself. And it's the way you can't like there's some people that have it and some people that don't.
Enough to get me to the boiling point, yeah.
I mean, it took Roman a long time to get to that point, dude. He got booed. People booed the shit out of him. Remember? I mean, can't forget booing him out of the building.
People don't forget.
No, and now that he's being like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna be myself. And then now people obviously they hate him. They hated him at first, but now they all cheer him. It's.
Who would you say between Stone Cold and Rock?
Hey, Dwayne.
Ooh, who was Hogan and who was Macho?
Yeah. Damn. I think that's the only time in history, and it's probably the only time ever where they were both number ones.
Yeah, that. And if you want to give the slight edge to Stone Cold, you could, because
I would. Yeah, he's the one that started it.
He's the one that just fucking made them millions of dollars and fucking just maybe even billions, and just fucking merch sales, just like pretty much brought WWE back out of the grave.
What?
And even Vince McMahon said it at the Hall of Fame, and remember
what?
Hulk Hogan was pissed, dude.
What?
Vince McMahon said he was the greatest superstar of all time.
It's time to shake things up around here.
Your daddy's not here anymore.
Oh man, I'm having fun with this. All right.
Oh man, but yeah, dude. He had so many promos like that, Roman, where he talked about like people wanting to be in his spot. And say if they said that they were, remember that whole thing, you're lying. If you say that you walk around here saying you're the guy, you're lying. If you say this, that you're lying, that whole thing. And then promo with Seth Rollins about like him, like he knows it. Like even Charlotte said it recently. She said, like anybody there should want to take her spot or Roman's spot. Like that's what you should be there for. Like
here's the thing, like people that complain, and I would say at times when he was champion, I was one that would complain, but complain that why doesn't Roman get to be on TV all the time and all this? Because that's how big of a draw he is. He could just take 6 months off or whatever, not 6 months, but 3 months off, whatever it is, not be on TV and then come back. Like that's just how he is.
Yeah,
so.
Go do movie, dude. Kenny by God Omega himself out of his own mouth. Not AI, said Roman Reigns, he wishes he was presented that way when he was champion in W. Like he was like, he first started off saying there would be no Roman Reigns disparaging or bad remarks on this stream. He was like, Roman Reigns is a great competitor. There's a reason why he is where he is, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I wish I was presented like that. Like that presentation as a champion that he was at the time. Like he's like, I wish I had that on TV. That would have made a huge difference. So, I mean, yeah, fucking Kenny Omega, one of the greatest, arguably probably the greatest wrestler, the bout machine himself. He's singing the praises of Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. And you're still going to deny his star power? Come on.
Right.
I mean, if you're not going to take it from, I mean, the IWC just doesn't want to hear anything. If that's the case, I mean, they just don't want to admit it.
It's just Twitter world, they're just
I don't get that. I mean, like I said, I interacted with a few people like that dude with the, oh, you make it fun of an injury and with that, because that was kind of dumb that he brought
that was so stupid.
I was like, it's a leg injury compared to a terminal illness. Come on, dude. There's no comparison at all.
Like you wrecked him. Like it was, but he served it on a silver platter. Like
he was like, it doesn't. He responded back with something like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It's still, it is the same thing," or something like that. I'm like, no, it isn't.
No, it's not. No, it's
totally not the same thing.
It's not.
No,
not even close. So
cancer. I'm pretty sure cancer is a worse thing than breaking you or ruining your knee. I mean, you come back from a knee injury. Cancer, you can maybe not come back from it at all.
Right.
It's always there. It never goes away. You still got to fucking, especially if you have it like fully and it comes at you, you got to go for treatments and all that shit, which I think that's one thing that I think he does that, dude. And that's another thing that he disappears for a while. I think he does. I think he still does some type of treatments.
I think so.
That's
too.
what I think. And I think people forget that. People will mention it, but right. I think he does special things to keep himself going.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come back. And I think Mark Henry actually brought that up before, like a while back. He talked about that, about him taking time off and stuff. And I think that's what it is. He doesn't have his immune system isn't the greatest.
Yeah.
I remember that match, that my son used to watch, Lucas, he doesn't watch it as much anymore, but he used to watch that, what match was that? With Finn Balor, Finn Balor was the demon against, what the hell, what pay-per-view was that? Shit. It was the one with the turnbuckle.
It was like Extreme Rules or something.
Oh, Extreme Rules, yes. Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Yeah, even that, when he had the mask on, because that was like around 2021, 2022, when they were fighting in the crowd, and he put he put the surgical mask on because he was out there. He has to, because he is leukemia. Like, come on,
right.
His immune system isn't the greatest, but yeah, to compare a knee injury to cancer is just
it's ridiculous,
utterly ridiculous. And like I said, I don't really go back and forth with people on social media at all, but when I do, I have to really articulate it the best way possible instead of
there you go,
resorting to name calling and stuff like that. I'd rather come up with a very cool way of calling you stupid, kind of like how I did that dude with saying, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not the same thing, but I'm not a doctor, but pretty sure leukemia is more fatal than a knee injury. But yeah, so there's really Seth Rollins stands out there too. He has some hardcore. He has a hardcore fan base. He has a hardcore fan base. Cody has a hardcore fan base.
They do, yes. They're called Cody Crybabies.
Roman has a hardcore fan base, but they're more like, yeah, whatever. We know Roman Reigns.
They're just kind of cool like Roman. They're just like,
they don't have to stick up from it. It's like,
he's the best.
It's just a lot of like ones people put on, like we post ones.
It's like you remember what Rusev used to say, the chant? He goes, Lana is the best. Lana number one. Roman is the best. Roman number one.
And then the people singing the Roman Reigns sing the Roman Reigns. They're doing that on Monday, dude.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
In Birmingham, Alabama, too.
Oh, yeah. That's actually, that's crazy. Actually, that's
another stat I saw. Birmingham got the return of The Rock last year.
Yep.
And the return of the Tribal Chief this year.
They're just gifted with all the
Birmingham is the place to be, apparently, for Raw or SmackDown. So
but yeah, other than that, I mean, it's whatever. It's
yeah.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna draw money for everybody.
Yep.
He's gonna break box office records and all that shit. And I think another reason why they called him back was they seen what happened over the weekend with AEW. They said, "Oh shit, we need stars. We cannot have not any stars be on any shows. They have to be there. Like look at all. I mean, All In, granted, was kind of like it's a biggest show of the year, so they have everyone on it. Everyone was on there. And guess what? This weekend, no box office attraction. Sorry. We do love LA Knight. We do love Seth Rollins, but there can be only one.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that can come close are probably Roman if they which is probably Rhea Ripley, I think, is on the women's side anyway.
Right.
She has that fucking crossover appeal.
The numbers don't lie.
You're right, dude. Men and women alike are freaking gooning for Rhea Ripley, dude.
Yeah.
And say they were Roman. Men and women are gooning for Roman Reigns.
Oh man.
Not here no more.
All right. I think it's that time.
Hey yo.
Oh,
What's
man.
going on? What's going on, Chick-fil-A land?
Oh man, new episodes, dude. We got the weekend of the year. It's titled. That's the Chick-fil-A show. They talk about all the all 5 of the shows that happened this past week, kind of like how we did. But definitely check that out. And then also a new episode of The Goal Line where they preview the NFC East. And they also talk about the ESPN did the top 25 teams of the 2000s. They talk about that as well, which is pretty interesting list that they had there. And they also talk about some Pee Wee football, which is sport.
Nice.
Sport that season's coming up. Football seasons is upon us soon. So the boys are back at it. I'll at some point be on this timeline of shows. I'm just being a lazy bum and not putting anything out, but we'll make it happen.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. As always, chickfoley.com is where you're going to find all the information, all the new episodes. You can follow us everywhere. Chick Foley on the X Machine, Chick Foley on IG. Like I said, chickfoley.com is where you find all that stuff. Sign up to the Facebook group. You can follow me at the MVP Marco everywhere. And listen to the new episode of the debate with myself and Ella.
There you go. Yeah.
And the Chads. We like I said, good show. And
Check
that's a great lead-in for the Turnbuckle Tavern plugs. Look at that. See?
I know, right? And like I said, you can check out all the shows. Head over all the shows early. Patreon.com/Turnbuckle Tavern. $2.99 a month gets you access to all of the shows early. So, all right. Well, it's that time. And it's time for our farewell. And really, all I got to say is jelly roll.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.